another PCC, pistol caliber carbine. And people may ask, why should pistol caliber bullet in a carbine format? Why? What's the point? If you want to sacrifice that space being larger, okay, carbine, why not get a more lethal round, AKAR? Yes, you can do that, no problem, but in some situations, I think pistol caliber has its advantages. And that sort of venture into a term called PDW, right? Personal defense weapon. And I love that I prefer PDW to PCC. Because personal defense weapon, I think it's a great technical term that it captures the essence of PCC better. I think PDW is something you can really use with advantage compared to ARAK inside 50 yards or inside a dwelling, inside a house, because it's shoot faster, it's easier to maneuver, easier to shoot, shoot more accurately. So speed, accuracy, and ease of use. These are all advantages of PDW. Try it, try to shoot it, and you will see the time it requires you to regain your sight with your target. It's no comparison. Right? I mean, AK, when I shoot AK, even the best AK or the best rifle, 7.62 rifle in the market, my sight will be knocked out of the aim point each time after I pull the trigger. AR is better. And that's why AR is so beloved, right? But again, talking about inside the house, penetration, you may want a pistol caliber bullet. And this is where this comes into picture. What you are looking at is a HK USC. It's military and police sibling. UMP is it's a legend. People spend big money buy this gun and another bigger money to convert it to UMP. Just so, they can have the same thing. For me, when I saw her last year on the shelf, I asked to handle it and I put it away. I don't like how plastic this is. This is very plastic carbine. Sight is plastic. The whole body is plastic. I mean, the bow is metal. Trigger is plastic. It's a plastic gun. The slab handle is plastic. So I sort of, no way I would want to buy this gun. So I put it away. And the reason also being I already have another PDW in 45 ACP, and it's from Kriss Vector, right? Craftsmanship from Switzerland. Look at this space cowboy, modern design. And I'm happy with it. It shoots very accurately. I mean, it's also plastic, but somehow it's feel not as plastic as USC. Maybe it's the look, maybe it's the FDE, I don't know. And it comes with rail. And the rail here, I paid $70 for it. Can you believe it? To get it from hkparts.net. So, I mean, both carbine comes with flip side. Not both. This Kriss Vector comes with flip side. USC comes with iron sight. And the big plus is Kriss Vector take Glock magazine, So if you have a Glock 45 ACP, you're all set. But this year is a little bit different, I asked to handle it. And I talk more with the gun shop person, and that's why the person behind the gun counter is a very important sales factor. And he is very good. He is not trying to talk me into buying this. You know what he did? He just talked about this carbine with me. He talked about UMP. He talked about what people do with this carbine. He talked about the pricing they got from this. It's good, so they can reflect it pass on to the customer, pass the savings on to the customer. He talked about what are the prices he saw from other very competitive gun shops. He talked about comes with 2 magazines, which is better than 1. And finally, yes, I know, you're right, you know where I'm going to, right? It comes with this awesome case. I mean, it's probably a single case rifle, single rifle case because it doesn't have the divider. But look, this is a $100 plus case. So, I got sold. And that's why, for you salesmen out there, don't try to hard sell people. Just have a discussion, all right? Have a discussion with them. That would lower people's defense and then ease them into the purchase. let's talk about USC right now. After I take her home and take her to the range, boy, did I not regret purchasing her. It is very light, very easy to handle. Look at that single stack mag. Huh? Don't you love it? Yes, the capacity is limited. But I don't know, I just love the single stack. I'm a big fan of single stack. You know, and that's why I'm a big fan of 1911 too. And the pedal, you know, the pedal mag release is just so easy to use. I'm going to put the camera down and, you know, so we can do the famous HK MP5 slap. You see that? You hear that? There's nothing plastic about it. And look at this massive, massive bolt. It's not plastic. The safety is the MB. Trigger is okay. It's about the same as Kriss Vector. I'll give them equal weight, equal rating, but this one is softer. Kriss Vector is firmer. Slight take up. Not bad at all, I would have to say. Not bad at all. All right? I put a Crimson Trace red dot to it. It's okay, not a big fan, you know. One thing I have problem is that, you know, on the adjustment, there's no direction on it. Of course, we all know, right? I mean, the counterclockwise is moving to the right, and the counterclockwise is moving to up. But it's good to have that here. Not every people remember that. All around, it's HK quality. I mean, the plastic from HK is not cheap. Okay? It's not cheap. Being HK is the first manufacturer to go with plastic, not Glock. So overall, I love it. I love it. Due to the magazine capacity, I may not use it for home defense. That would still fall onto the Kriss Vector, because I can stack a 30 rounder, you know, to it. But again, the reliability, this one is better than Kriss Vector. I mean, I don't own her a long time yet, but so far, zero malfunctions. And during my testing, Kriss Vector already has one failure to fit. And Kriss Vector has some of that before. So the reliability, Kriss Vector is not 100%. So, you know, I may change my mind later. Being the magazine is so easy to handle and easy to reload anyway. Now let's look at Kriss Vector. and then we can compare it. Don't you love that futuristic look of it? Comes with rail, so that's a big plus. HK you have to purchase. Comes with flip side, very high quality flip side. I put on a Bushnell red dot. I like it. And this is what I meant, right? I mean, you can see, right? It has the direction on there. I don't know if you can see it. But basically, if you move counterclockwise, it's moving to the right. But overall, it's a heavier gun. It's a heavier carbine. And that's a big disadvantage compared to USC. And for recoil, it's about, the trigger is about the same, but for the recoil, Kriss Vector is firmer just because your cheek rests on it. And every time it recoils, your cheek can feel it. Takes Glock magazine and has a bolt release on the other side. The bolt release here. Also MB safety. I think the trigger is plastic, but somehow it feels firmer. Slight take up, excuse me, easier take up. Also very nice trigger. Maybe a little bit better trigger, but when I shoot both, they feel the same. But for recoil, definitely I feel less with HK USC. So for shooting sensation, I think USC is easier on you, just because your cheek is not rest in here. All right, I think that's the difference maker. This is a heavier carbine. With a heavier red dot to it. This is, gosh, it's so light. So light. It's already very thin, but because of the stock, it doesn't feel as thin as HK USC. Look at how thin it is all around, from head to toe. You see that? That's going to be an advantage if you have 50 of them in a police department or in the army or something. But I think the biggest difference to me is reliability. Kriss Vector is just not as reliable as USC. But what it lacks in reliability, it does make up in accuracy. Let's look at the target. This is Kriss Vector, outdoor range at 15 yards. Kriss Vector indoor at 10 yards. This is USC, HK USC, outdoor at 15 yards. Indoor at 10 yards. I included shooting footage of both at the very end. But guys, I want to end this with that PDW comment at the very beginning. You just cannot get this with 1911 or HK 45. You just can't do that with handgun. You cannot do that so accurately. You cannot do it so fast. And that's why people use PCC as PDW. So everything inside 30, 50 yards, inside a structure, they can just regain the side picture. Or put it this way, they never lose the side picture anyway, which cannot be said with AK or AR, especially with AK. You know, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the introduction and the comparison of these two great PCC, PDW offering in 45 ACP. And I do hope that you enjoy the shooting footage. So long and shoot safe. I'll see you soon. Look at that HK. Beautiful HK. Sorry about this. This is for not so free state. I put on a crimson trace red dot. About 8 yards. Let's see how you can do. If you want to do a famous MP5 slap. MP safety. Bow hole open. Very nice. I didn't feel the recoil is very bad. I wouldn't call it soft, but it's very, very manageable. Even it's 45 AC. What I like most about this setup very light. Look at that. It is gone. The target is gone. 5 shot. With crimson trace. What a lovely setup. Love it. Kriss Vector 45 HCP. The Glock magazine. AR style bolt release. MP. Definitely more recoil than HK USC, which is a surprise. HK USC 45 HCP. MP5 slab. MP safe. Nice soft trigger. Recoil is very, very mild.